All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to step things up a bit. We're moving past the usual consumer-grade power strips and zeroing in on what the pros use. Our mission is to decode the tech inside this SurgeX SX-1115-RT rack mount surge eliminator. It's a really serious piece of hardware.
And it's a crucial area to look into. I mean, the sources on this detail a technology that promises comprehensive, non-sacrificial protection.
Okay, non-sacrificial. What does that mean exactly?
Well, most standard surge protectors you buy are designed to be sacrificial. They degrade over time by taking hits to save your gear. This unit, though, it's a 1U rack mount, 120 volts, 15 amps, and it's designed with a totally different philosophy. It even comes with a 5-year warranty.
So let's just jump right into that. The big feature here is advanced series mode surge elimination. For those of us who don't live in a server closet, how is that different from the little plastic strip under my desk?
That's the core question, really. Your strip most likely uses what's called an MOV, or a metal oxide varistor. It works by shunting or diverting all that excess energy to the ground line.
So it's basically like a fuse. It just takes the hit.
Exactly. And every time it takes a hit, it gets a little bit weaker until one day it just fails, sometimes without you even knowing. This series mode technology, on the other hand, uses a network of inductors and capacitors to slow the surge down and bleed the energy off safely as heat. It doesn't shunt anything.
So dissipation versus shunting. And that must explain these performance numbers I'm seeing. It says it eliminates surge energy up to 6,000 volts. But this next part is kind of unbelievable. The surge let-through voltage is 0.
0 volts, correct. Even when hit with a massive 6,000 volt spike, nothing gets through to your equipment. And the durability is really the key. It's tested against something called a Category B3 pulse.
Okay, you're going to have to translate that for me.
It's just a standard for the most aggressive kind of surge you'd find inside a big commercial building, a really nasty one. And this unit can withstand over 1,000 of those hits without failing. It's built for an industrial purpose.
So catastrophic failure is covered. But protection isn't just about lightning strikes, right? It's about preventing the slow, quiet damage from just bad power.
Yes, that's the other half of the equation. We always think about that one big event, but for high-end audio and video gear, the real value is in cleaning up the constant background noise. The sources are pretty clear on this. This eliminator tackles common mode disturbances and ground contamination.
And that's what causes things like hissing sounds in speakers or pixelation on a screen.
Precisely. It filters out all that EMI and RFI noise to deliver genuinely clean power.
What if the problem isn't a surge, though? What if the utility power itself just becomes unstable, a brownout or a huge overvoltage?
That's where it gets proactive. It has a feature they call QVS, Catastrophic Over-Under Voltage Shutdown. The system is always monitoring the line. If the voltage drops below 90 volts or, say, spikes above 145,
it just shuts everything down.
It completely isolates the equipment. It disconnects your rack before that damaging voltage can even touch it.
That's a huge deal for protecting the investment in that gear. Okay, let's shift to the final piece here, professional control. For an IT manager running a big facility, I imagine simple features can save a lot of time and money.
Oh, absolutely. The remote functionality is probably the biggest logistical win. A technician can turn equipment on and off remotely to do a quick reboot.
Which means you don't have to send someone out in a truck. That saves a service call.
It saves a ton of money, yes. And it integrates seamlessly with existing control systems like Crestron or AMX using standard contact closure inputs. It's built to plug and play in a pro environment.
And I see here it's TAA compliant, which is a key detail for anyone doing government contracts.
A very key detail. So to synthesize all this, true eliminators are all about that 0 let-through voltage and a non-sacrificial design. It's just a radical shift from how consumer-grade suppressors work.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? The point isn't that you need a giant rack mount unit at home, but it should make you think. If your high-end TV, your PC, your entire sound system, if it's all plugged into a $20 MOV strip, you're relying on a disposable fuse. So here's the thought. If the professional market demands guaranteed 0 let-through voltage against a 6,000-volt spike, what level of scrutiny should you be applying to the systems protecting your most valuable electronics at home? It really makes you reconsider what protection actually means, doesn't it?